missed it. Well, listen to that cheer. Di Prosser, 27 years of age, from Mountain Ash. He can't believe it. This is the stuff that dreams are made of.
You've beaten Robert Wheel. You're in the Welsh Masters. You're the Welsh champion.
Yeah, can I have one writing, please?
We're still looking for a pen, but Di Prosser's got other things on his mind today. The new Welsh champion is back in Llanelli to take his place in the Masters. He'll play one of the crowd favourites at the Selwyn Samuel Centre. Greg Harlow may be an Englishman, but he's twice a winner here and always seems to shine in West Wales. It's good afternoon. Welcome to Llanelli once more. And that match, Di Prosser up against Greg Harlow, is just the beginning of what promises to be another terrific day of top draw bowls here. After the drama of the Welsh singles yesterday, the best in the world are ready to take to the rink for the Masters. Prosser against Harlow is the last first round match left. Then we're into the second round with 4 matches to be played this afternoon, including yesterday's beaten finalist, that's Robert Wheel, against the man who put John Price out on Saturday, Neil Furman. Defending champion Les Gillett's in action against Mark Wyatt. And we've got the tie of the round, the legend Tony Alcock against the rising star Ian Bond. Alcock's world singles success in '86 is just one of 14 world titles he's held, but this, he says, will be his last major championship.
I'm going to dig deep, find some of the form I've been playing well this year and give it my very best shot. As long as I don't go out and get thrashed, I wouldn't want to do that. If I go out and play well and Ian beats me because he's that much better, then that's absolutely fine.
And that's the legend in town. Looking forward to seeing him a little later on. We'll concentrate, first of all, though, on Di Prosser's big day. The youngster from Mountain Ash came from nowhere, really, to win the Welsh singles yesterday. But now he's got a bigger challenge on his hands. He's in with the big boys. And they don't come much bigger in terms of the Welsh Masters than Greg Harlow. He may be ranked at just 16, but his back-to-back titles here in 1999 and 2000 established him as a fixture at this tournament. While Di Prosser shocked everyone, not least himself, in beating the former world champion Robert Wheel in yesterday's final. He began the tournament as a virtual unknown, but now he's got his big chance on the big stage.
I think it's one of those things you keep saying to yourself, and then the penny eventually drops, because when you wait as long as I have to try and achieve something like this, and it's just, you're still in dreamland, really. Everybody tells me he played very well, and obviously you've got to play well to beat Robert, because Robert's a great competitor. So although I've not seen him play, I'm expecting a very tough match. I've never played any of these top players before, so this is going to be a new experience in this Masters for me. I've won the tournament twice. Can't even think about winning it a third time at the moment, but obviously he'll be gunning to take me out in the first round, and I've got to find my length pretty quickly. I just want to try and do my best again today, and take what comes and take what chances I get, and make sure I come out on top.
He proved to be a real fighter here yesterday. We'll join the action in the first set, the second end now. Harlow having taken a single in the first. And commentary comes from David Corkin. And first of all, it's David Rhys-Jones.
Di Prosser has no
14 inches down
profile in the game of bowls at all, really. He came from nowhere to win the Welsh title yesterday, but he has shown that he's not the sort of person to be intimidated. He's a very determined player. We were very impressed with his performance yesterday, David.
Yeah, so it wasn't just his standard of play, it was his attitude to the game that I was impressed by. He didn't get flustered, he didn't panic. By playing a lot of running shots, and he played his own game, and that's impressive in this situation. You know, a single rink environment, crowd, television, it's very easy to just lose it completely. But he held it together. Yes, that'll do. He was always going to get something with that one.
One green.
Captured everyone's imagination yesterday, and he's got a fair bit of support here at the Selwyn Samuel Centre this morning. Fans have followed him from Mountain Ash, but he's also got quite a few supporters now in the Llanelli area. Cannon Valley, a club in Mountain Ash that plays in the East Division, still looking for the dizzy heights of the Premiership. Very nice facility there in Mountain Ash, something they can be proud of. An 8-rink green, one of the best.
Well, this end just a drawing end for the players. Greg Harlow will be just looking to beat the short green one. Try and get to the jack or turn the shot ball out of the head. Needs to hold off a little bit. Well, he very nearly got the same result as Di Prosser.
One green.
I have to think about this, young man, because difficult either side. If he hits either of the red balls, he's not going to give the shot away unless he hits it with pace. But this might well just be a very wide draw, and probably be able to come round that, I would think. Try and get jack high.
Well, a lot of people might be tempted to be cautious and put this last bowl in his pocket. Perhaps it won't be too serious an attempt. Let's see, it's just possible to draw another one. Obvious danger.
I think I would treat this very much as a practice shot, an opportunity to test out the line on the high side. That's all he was trying to do. Take the single.
So David Prosser makes his first mark on the scorecard, ties things up at 1-all in this first set. 7 ends per set in this first round of the Welsh Masters.
And of course, the interested spectators, David Holt on the left and David Gurley on the right, both flying off to Australia at the weekend. David Gurley just managed to get through his first round match with his last bowl of a tie-break.
Yes, Holt and Gurley, both a new breed of professional bowlers. They're playing for money in Australia in the Super League. The clubs out there are huge and can afford to pay their players, partly because of the income they get from their fruit machines called pokies.
Yes, it's a different circuit out there. Club professionals have been around for 20 years now. Certainly whenever I was in Australia, I was playing in the Super League, and there was a lot of guys were paid to play bowls. As you say, David, the money is phenomenal in that direction, especially in New South Wales.
Di Prosser, excellent first bowl, trying to consolidate with his second. Not far away.
Well, this is good. Well, you know, a little bit unlucky, to be fair. He's opened this up, and Greg's normal response to this would be, don't muck about with it, just hit it.
Well, Di Prosser looks as if he's been playing at this level for years, doesn't he? He's slotted in so well.
Well, if he's playing the backhand, he must be just drawing to it. Just wants to get another ball close. His hand will swing back from a high line.
And he's very wide. As you say, David, it's coming back almost all the way.
2 green.
Useful there.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite what he wanted.
He'll hit with the next one, I'm pretty certain of it. Well, that's a cover ball, I would suggest, and it's fine if the jack goes through because he's covered the wee spot, but if the 2 balls go out, well, that's different.
Yes, applause from the crowd here in Llanelli, who realised that it was a good positional bowl. This is what David Corkill was predicting, the running bowl from Harlow. He's very unlucky.
Oh, that was a terrible result.
Looked as if he had the jack all the way. Clipped the bowl, and I think he's probably still 2 down.
Oh, that was horrible, really. It looked really good to take both balls, even if not the jack. Just got an edge. And it's actually made it harder for himself.
Certainly looks like 2. Harlow pensive. A man from Soham in Cambridgeshire, plays for the City of Ely club, and doesn't play outdoors at all. Just concentrates on the indoor game in the winter months. Di Prosser plays outdoors very well for one of the strongest clubs in his area, Nixon's.
Well, Di's covered both sides of the rink. He's got the best back position as well. It depends whether there's 1 or 2 in this.
Well, I think it's 2.
If it's 2, he might just decide to have a go again. Take 1 ball. If it's only 1 shot, he'll just try and draw it. I think the danger for Greg is just getting the edge of the jack, pushing it across the rink. That's the problem for him. If he manages to do that, he will be 3 down. That's the risk involved. He knows he can probably draw the shot, but he played a runner. I think he'd probably follow that down. Same sort of shot again.
He hardly needs to change it at all. Sure, he got something. Oh, the gap.
Very close to the target twice. Nothing out of it.
2 shots, green.
The voice of Eddie Williams giving the information which will gladden Welsh hearts. 2 shots to green. Di Prosser, the new Welsh champion, leads the English champion, Greg Harlow, 3-1. Likes rock music. Di Prosser into that in a big way. Rocked the bowls world a little over the last day or 2. Beat John Downey in the semi-final of the Welsh Singles yesterday, and followed that up with an incredible win over the favourite, the world number 7, Robert Wheel, who was hoping to win the Welsh title for the 3rd time.
One green.
Like a little terrier, David.
Yes, there's no sign of nerves out there for Di Prosser. He's just getting on with the job. Prosser starts winning this battle with the first 2 balls, Greg's going to have to seriously think about his match tactics. There's another shot. It's a little bit of a help though for Greg.
2 green.
And in front of the jack, please.
The shot ball.
Shot ball.
5 inches. 5 inches from the jack.
In front of the jack.
No, the shot ball.
Yeah, 5 inches in front of the jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had the gap you wanted, Greg?
No, is it 5 inches in front of the jack?
Well,
It's behind you, mate.
a little
Behind the
breakdown in communication here.
jack. 5 inches behind the jack.
So
Yeah.
obviously too many miles between Soham and Llanelli. Just have to work it out a little bit more. I think we've got it resolved.
I think Greg wanted to know how far short his own bowl was, rather than how far through the green bowls of Di Prosser were.
Yeah, so I was see whether if he got a good connection on his own, it would be pushing it in to the head. Very close to the jack. Oh, got the 2 balls. Well, I don't think it's going to give him a shot.
He's not had the best of luck with his running bowls, Greg, in this match so far. He's been close with them. In fact, he's been on target twice and not got the best result. Looked like getting 2 of them. The voice of Eddie Williams there saying favours the green bowl. It could be a measure of a shot. Three ends gone in this first round of the Welsh Masters. 3 out of 7 played. So now is the time to start stretching that lead.
Oh, he doesn't want the red one.
Oh,
well.
If it was a measure before, it's clear that it's shot to red.
1 red.
That's the last thing that Di Prosser wanted. It was a good bowl, David.
He was just a tiny bit under the weight. That was all. Very, very little. It's one of those things where you know the danger's there. You push the ball out a little bit wider to make sure you clear it. He didn't do that, and unfortunately he was paid the penalty. And that's sort of a little bit of luck can change a set. Especially if Greg takes the opportunity to draw another one.
Certainly asking the bowl to bend here. Pushed it out really wide. It's coming back, though.
Oh, yes.
That'll count. That's number 1.
2 shots to red.
So a mistake from Di Prosser there with his final delivery, giving shot away and giving Greg Harlow an opportunity to make 2 shots. He duly did, and ties things up at 3 apiece. Greg Harlow will be beginning to feel a lot more comfortable now. Things were beginning to go against him. Now at 3 apiece after 4 ends, everything to play for over the next 3 ends.
Greg's very much a flamboyant sort of player whenever the shots are going well, and he's playing a good game. He really looks like he's enjoying playing the game of bowls, and as I said before, he's got this sort of swashbuckling style attached to his play, and that actually applies even when he's skipping in the English team as well. And I sometimes wonder, do the selectors start to panic a little bit because of the way he plays? But there's absolutely no need to, because his record's very, very good. So he almost has this nonchalant attitude, and that doesn't always sit very comfortably with selectors who are usually very serious people. I think it's incredibly refreshing, actually. I think it's brilliant. Good balls, but a target.
Yes, he's come here, Greg Harlow, with the reputation of being this cheeky chappy, this cavalier attitude, but this morning he's struggling to get into the game, and he's looking a little downbeat compared with his normal character. He knows he's up against it, because Di Prosser showed good form on this carpet yesterday. That's a rare miss.
It's one of the rare weight shots he's actually had to play, David, as well. He doesn't, or hasn't needed to play them. He's been playing draw, draw, draw.
Well, he didn't really need to play it there, in my opinion. I mean, a nice draw for a good close third even would have been more profitable. If you're going to have a go, then one thing is certain, you've got to hit.
Yes, well, that's the risk when you decide to play a weight shot. And if he turns a jack with this, it's even better. Well, that's clever. I wouldn't mess about with this, no. I would take a chance and just hit it. Come down at it like a steam train. His last ball was a bit Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he pussyfooted a bit with his last ball. Played a nothing shot with just a shade of weight. He needs to drive, really, I think.
Oh, well, there we go. You know, it's commentator's nightmare. And not only that, he'll probably draw the shot. Well, he's running through, and to be honest with you, I'm staggered by this. He probably sent himself, I need a ball in the head, but you know, he's going to face 3 or 4 shots against him. Greg will throw a back ball in, maybe.
Yes, that's the decision for Harlow now, whether he draws another to put the pressure on with a full house, or whether he guards the back.
The risk for Greg is that the shot really that he's worried about is the split there coming through under the red ball. That goes out, all 3 balls disappear, and the green ball lies. But the reality is that the back position is too green against. So does he draw another one in, or does he cover the back?
In fact, there's 3 green balls at the back. There's the
is the other one still hanging on?
I think it stayed on the rink, didn't it? That half-hearted running ball.
Well, I think it just slid off the rink, actually, David. But back position still 2, so he has to think about this. Yeah, he's going for the cover ball. That's really the default shot in this situation. Whenever you're not quite sure what to do, play the safe option, play for the cover, just in case.
Yes, he was playing for the tee mark there, really, so that if the jack is killed either side and is respotted, he'll still get the shot.
No mucking about here for Di Prosser. Just hit this thing, get the balls out of the way. Take at least 1, 2 or 3. Has to make a connection, though. And this is a new aspect of this man's game that we haven't seen. We don't know if he really is good at this shot or not.
He should be. He skips for his club in Cynon Valley. There's no reason why he shouldn't put a firm bowl down. Here he goes. He'll soon know. Oh, he was close. Not close enough, though. Drops 3 shots, and what a pickup that is for the England champion on the 5th end of this first round match. Doubles his score, and suddenly, from 3-1 down, 2 ends later, he's in the lead, 6-3.
Yes, he was on the wrong side of the head when he played this. He wanted to be, if anything, wide of the jack, because wide of the jack he was on the outside red one, but he was actually on the inside. So it was interesting, though.
Well, we've seen a flaw in the game of Di Prosser. For the first time, he played exceptionally well yesterday, both in the semi-final against John Downey and in the final against Robert Wheel. Started this match in good form, but that one poor end has cost him dearly. He's 6-3 down now to this man, Greg Harlow. Harlow, who qualified for the English Championships, the final stages of the English Championships last winter, in all 4 events. And that's very rarely been done. It means, in fact, you're playing bowls virtually every night of the week through the winter in order to qualify.
Yeah, so he obviously decided in the winter he was going to put a lot into it. I think the thing for Greg is that he has a massive rest because he doesn't play outdoor bowls. So he has a lovely break of 4 to 5 months every year players who play both indoor and outdoor never get a break. And more players are deciding to take a break now from the outdoor game. David Gurley plays outdoor, but he plays it in Australia. Slightly different.
Yes, when he comes back in September, October to play the indoor game, Greg Harlow is fresh, hungry. That's the scorecard, which makes rather depressing reading for David Prosser over the last two ends, dropping that double and treble have put him 6-3 behind.
Yes, and what's noticeable is that sort of couple of weight shots, he's lost his drawing weight on this end at the moment. Lost the battle of the first two bowls, which in singles is absolutely crucial. So now is a little test for Di Prosser, a little test for his steel when it comes to playing the game of bowls. Needs to get back into this. Been very impressive so far.
20 inches. The shot ball? Yeah. 7.
Well, we noticed yesterday, David, I think you pointed it out several times, that he did a lot of damage, Di Prosser, with his third delivery.
Seems to be a key bowl for him for some reason. Don't know why, but he seems to do a lot with his third one. Not on this occasion, though. But
not today.
Once again, he's been forced into playing a funny little shot, and didn't manage to do it on that occasion. It's a good hand for it. Swings back into the head. So Greg might just decide to put a cover bowl in here. He's lying sufficient to win the set. Doesn't need any more shots. And I would suggest that Di Prosser might be playing a running bowl with his last. So cover at the back. Well, that's definitely on a cover line. Just needs to have the power to pass the front green one. Try and split the two balls onto the respot.
It's perfectly played. You see the spot there on the right of the picture.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a key ball now.
Yeah, that's good, because Di has to play for the jack here. There's a good swing on this, and he really has to play for the two balls. Either way, it doesn't matter where he plays for on the backhand. He needs to get this jack all the way through, if he can, through to here. He can play it on the forehand for it. He may even be able to get onto two balls and take those two out.
Decision time for the Welshman to draw or drive. To drive. And this time he's got that jack beautifully. The red ball going into the ditch is not a toucher. It'll be lifted. Oh, hang on. Yes. Just an error of judgment there from the marker Eddie Williams, who lifted the jack out. In fact, it's not respotted if it goes in the ditch in a live position. It stays there. So the red bowl in the ditch was not a toucher. It was dead. That's the bowl that should have been lifted out. The nearest bowl on the green was on the blue, should we say, was a green one. And so it's one shot to David Prosser. He came out of that very well, and that was a very, very good hit.
Yes, I fancied he would play the drive shot, because there was not much left for him other than that. Jack clean or two bowls, might have got the third one out. Took the back one away and left him with one green. Those two bowls went off the rink. Well, it keeps him in the set. He's got a chance.
Yes, just two shots the difference now as we start the sixth end out of 7 in this Welsh Masters, right up until the semi-finals. It's 7 ends per set.
that's more like what he was doing in the final of the Welsh National Singles. Getting that first ball close, put the pressure on your opponent. Greg, 2 ahead, will be thinking, well, I can afford to lose 1, so I'll just draw to this. Keep it nice and tight. Well, that's good. Good second.
Everyone now seems to be getting used to the new format, which is best of 2 sets. In the case of a tie at 1 set all, a 3-end tie break to settle the issue. Doesn't go down well with everybody, but it's
good play.
Players and spectators getting used to it now. Great stuff from Di Prosser there. That's Prosser preferring the longer length. Harlow shortening it whenever he can, down to about 26 metres.
Close again. Solid connection will move the jack and it'll give them shot. Yes, indeed, that'll do. Still vulnerable.
Well, you might say he was slightly fortunate there, but it was always on.
Oh, he wasn't far away, to be fair. You know, half a ball maybe, but he's vulnerable. The 1 ball sitting just beyond jack high. Di Prosser will be looking to reach this. Turn his own ball over for 1. Well,
finished well.
Good ball there. Greg needs another one in. He has to take a chance here.
Noticeable that Harlow is taking a much wider line.
He hasn't pushed this. Oh, this is vulnerable now. This ball has to be taken out.
Well, very disappointing for the English champion there. He's left the door open. Shake of the head tells the story. That red ball has to go, David.
Yes, on the forehand, take it out or turn the jack. Either way will do.
So he had the right weight last time. Played it with about a yard. That's all he needs. Slightly wider.
Well, I expect this ball to go. He's got a chance with this one. It's bending though. He needs a little bit of help. It's gone. Virtually the same balls before. So Greg will take this set.
1 red in the first. 1 shot red. First set. Greg.
Then and began the second strongly as well, taking a 4-0 lead in the first 2 ends. Will rejoin the action in the third.
Hasn't given up yet.
No, there's a bit of time yet. It's a very good first ball, putting the disappointment of the first 2 ends behind him. He's just nudging Greg to say, I've not disappeared yet, mate. I'm still chasing you. This is close. Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Your opponent puts the first ball close and you're able to beat it.
1 red.
No reason for Di Prosser to change to the forehand, even though that is the open side. He's got his own bowl just to push up, needs a nudge, or he can beat it on the draw. He did well.
Oh, that's beauty.
Oh, yes.
It's an absolute beauty. Very good play by Di Prosser to put that one in. So Greg on the forehand to try and turn the jack round. Slightly inside the normal draw line. Carry a little bit of weight to it. This needs to hurry though. It has to hurry to get there. If he touches that down, it could make it 2.
Well, that's 2. Sure it is.
Well, Di Prosser needs a cover ball in here. He needs to think about this. Anything in this sort of area would be very useful on the backhand. Drop it in that way. If he can make it to the red ball, that would be good as well.
Harlow waits as Prosser delivers.
This is the cover ball. If he gets the middle red one, well, that's pretty good. He'll be happy with that. I would be.
Yes, he needed another one in the head, I suppose, and was looking for 3 shots. Didn't get the 3 shots,
green.
but it's an excellent position. Just watch this coming in. It guards those 3 red balls.
Greg might decide to have a bit of a pop at this. He needs to get a fortunate bounce to the jack. Playing a controlled weight. Oh, he's pushed it out. Will this get back? Because I'm certain he's got more weight on it. Yes, he just overplayed the line. So, draw on the backhand again. Plays a very similar ball on the backhand. He could make 3 out of this. Just looking to miss his own ball on the backhand. Rest into these 2. It'll fall back, and that'll be another shot.
Yes, absolutely no danger. There for the taking. He's played 3 very good bowls on this end so far. Looking good. Can he rest it? Oh, they rested the wrong one. He drops in, but not close enough. He'll have to make do with 2 shots, but that's a good start for him in this set. He'd not scored until the 3rd end. That double puts him just 2 shots behind at 4-2. Three ends gone. 4 ends to play in this second set. This is the arena, which is really the major venue for televised bowls in Wales, the Selwyn Samuel Centre in Llanelli. .5 metres. That's Di Prosser's choice. Slightly shorter than the near full-length jacks that he's been playing so far in this match. Harlow, of course, in the happy position that he can afford to tie this set. He has that advantage over Di Prosser, who really has to win it to stay in the hunt.
That was a good effort. He was only a ball's tight on that. Good weight. But Greg will be just trying to pass his own if he can. Could get another shot and cover the trail at the same time. Has he got the weight? Nope. Line was good. Well, that's a certain amount of nuisance value. It's another shot, but it's covering the backhand. Di Prosser might have to just take a moment or two to look at this.
Yes,
You can't really see from the monitor at the side of the rink, just the angle, so that's why he's coming up.
Greg Harlow had not won a major English national title until he took the singles last year. He'd won all kinds of so-called minor events like the mixed pairs or the Champion of Champions or the junior singles.
Well, it's Robert Wheel looking on from behind the stands and maybe thinking to himself, well, pity I couldn't put Di under this sort of pressure yesterday.
Robert Wheel, of course, still in the Welsh Masters. He defeated Nick Watkins from Canada in the first round. This is a good attacking bowl from Di Prosser. He's got the perfect split. Well, almost perfect.
Oh, that was an unfortunate result. It really was. That just did not break right at all.
Deserved better than that, David.
Oh, definitely. It was a good shot to play. There was a little bit of risk. He could have been a little bit wide and taken his own bowl out. That's where the danger was. To play that sort of shot and to get that sort of result was very unfortunate.
A rueful smile from Di Prosser as Greg Harlow makes to bowl his third delivery of the end.
Well, I definitely expect Greg to make this count. Very close to getting to his own bowl.
Yes, that's true. Yes, I was saying about Harlow's record in the English Championships. He was very delighted to win the England singles last year because that was his first major national title. He'd won the Welsh Masters twice, the Irish Masters once, the Soham Masters, an event he organises himself, a world-class event in the town of Soham in Cambridgeshire. But the England title was his first major national.
Now, Di, can you reach the two bowls? Worth being up at this because you could afford to reach the red ones or the jack. Oh, I don't believe he's not there. Well, that was a bad mistake, and that really could cost him the set.
Yes, you've got to be up to be in.
Well, he could have afforded to have played that with a yard of running, just to reach the red bowls, get onto the jack, anything at all. By dropping short, he's probably going to lose 3 shots, and that's going to make it a 7-2 situation with 3 ends to go. And he has to score 6 shots and 3 ends.
Last end, it was Di Prosser who failed to get his last bowl in for a count of 3. Now can Greg Harlow show him how it's done?
He is showing him how it's done. He's right on the jack, and that's the shot that Di would have been looking to play, and that's a killer blow. Short bowl, you get nothing for, and Greg made sure of it.
3 shots, red.
Let's have another look at that. It was a beautifully played bowl. Well greened, came back, picked the jack up, and it was always trailing it towards the other 2 shots, which were already in the count. 3 shots then to Greg Harlow. He leads 7 shots to 2, a 5 shots advantage with just 3 ends to play. And remember, Harlow would settle for a tied set.
Yes, that was a very costly miss by Di Prosser. He's going to have to score now in probably all 3 ends. So as a professional player, Greg will be thinking to himself, this is the time. I've got a good lead. 1 set in the back pocket already. I have to close this game down. And that's a good way to start.
Yes, not only has Di Prosser to score on all 3 ends, he has to score in multiples. He's got to score 3 2s, or the equivalent. 6 shots he's looking for victory in this set.
One red.
Well, that's a good start.
Two red.
Greg's doing exactly what he has to do. Try and shut his opponent away from the jack. Pressure going on with every ball. Die, can you get back to it? Can you get back into the jack? You need to bend, and bend quickly. It's still useful, and Greg will want to cover those two balls.
Yes, it's building up for Prosser
Last
here.
ball, 20 inches. 20. Your shot ball is 7.
The Welshman has to find a way of trailing the jack about 6 inches for 3, and Harlow has to find a way to stop him.
Cover ball situation. He's just more or less saying to Die, you play the shot, you're in trouble. I'm going to cover now. He's not playing it on the easy side. This ball will bend all the way into his own. Well, that's not going to do a job. So this man's really got 2 balls to stay in this championship.
Yes, it's 3 shots at the moment to Greg Harlow. But if he can pick this jack up, the line is good, not quite there.
Not reaching again.
Leaving everything now till his last ball.
Well, he's going to have a ball to save himself. Even on the 5th end, this could be over in 2 more balls. Greg Harlow will try and cover again if he can.
Yes, this is a match-winning lie from Greg Harlow. He holds 3 shots for an 8 shots lead with 2 ends to play. And if he could hold that, so this is good. That's a good place.
Won't save the shot in the draw, though.
If Harlow can hold the 3 shots that he's got and take an 8-shot lead, then the match is over, because the best that Die Prosser can do is to tie the set.
Yes, a little trail on the backhand to make 3 would change this completely. We don't know if there's definitely 3 red in. There's 2 at the moment, and a look at the 3rd.
The most important bowl of the match so far. This could change everything.
He has to reach. He must give it a chance. Has to be up. Well, he didn't correct at all from his 3rd ball. Just played the same ball again, and I think Greg will be asking for the 3rd one.
2 shots to red.
Well, that's a surprise. Only 2 shots. And I felt that Greg Harlow would have been asking for a measure for the 3rd, which would have finished the game. But the 2 shots, though, give him a commanding 9-2 lead with just 2 ends left to play. And there's only one way in which Die Prosser can win this match now, and that's by scoring 2 full house counts of 4.
There's no way that's going to happen.
And that would only take him into a tie-break, of course.
Yes, it's hard enough to score 1-4. Never mind to get back-to-back 4s whenever you need them. And Die Prosser will be saying to himself, let's just try and score a few shots this end if I can to make the score look a bit more respectable. Hasn't played badly in this match. Just a few shots that got away. A couple of running balls didn't make the connections, dropped short a couple of times when he needed to be there. But it's a massive learning curve for this man.
Yes, he'll have learned a tremendous amount from his performance in the Welsh National Singles Championship, which he won yesterday, and his first taste of the Welsh Masters. Greg Harlow, one has to say, has played extremely well. Very, very solid game.
Yes, he has been solid in this match, definitely. Hasn't been necessary to play a lot of big balls, but good balls in the head. So I get the impression that now he's just playing this hand out. Handy enough to have two at the back. Shots against him, but at least those two could come into play. Time for Greg to cover them, I think. Draw on the backhand. What a lovely position for the English champion. He knows that he's got this game in his pocket and he's just playing cover balls. Time for Dye to go looking for this jack.
Red.
Needs to start to trail it with this one.
It has to be very controlled too. He needs to trail the jack a yard.
He's not up.
It's no good flashing at it. Every bowl must count on this end. Yeah, he was only just reaching the jack, wasn't he?
Oh, that's the match over now.
He can't make all those three count.
No, the game's over. He really needed to score 4 shots, so by not being up with that ball, that's the end of the match effectively. Greg will just be dropping another one in round behind the head. Best I can do here is to pull the jack back. Yep, there's the back cover ball. Thank you very much. I'll trot into the next round.
Drawing to that spot and drawing very prettily to it. Can he trail this to make 3 and make the score more respectable? That's all he can hope for now.
Gone again. A shake of hands, I think.
Shots in the
There
second
it is.
set. Red.
2 shots into Greg Harlow, who's played extremely well throughout this first round match of the Welsh Masters, and wins deservedly in 2 straight sets, 7-4, 11-2. Greg Harlow through to the second round.
Di Prosser enjoyed his big day here, but it's Greg Harlow that goes through to the second round. Greg, well done. How did you find it against Di?
Well, obviously, I mean, I arrived yesterday and heard everybody said that he played extremely well to win the Welsh title yesterday. So I came out today thinking, well, I've got to start well, because if he gets straight back in the groove, I could be in trouble. I started well, and you know, he played well to start with. He faded away a little bit towards the end, but it must have been difficult for him. You know, obviously, you know, probably the highlight of his career, winning the Welsh title yesterday. Then I would guess a small celebration last night,
and then having to play you,
and then a downer just to come along and try and play me in the next round.
I guess the information you had helped, didn't it? Because you hadn't seen him play, but you were told enough maybe to get you on your toes a bit.
That's right. I mean, I didn't actually see the match, but everybody here said how well he played. So obviously, you know, you've got to play well. Put in a couple of practice sessions, and started the game well, and found a length quite quickly, and happy with the performance. Yeah, very happy.
How difficult is it getting onto the rink here and finding the pace of it?
I don't think it's too bad, really. To be honest, obviously we're playing lots of different surfaces all throughout the year. It's nice to get on once or possibly twice before you play, so that you've got an idea of what the rink does. And I had no complaints at all. The rink played well. But then again, you know, if you play well, you tend to say that. If you struggle a little bit, you know, you look for something, you know. But no, I'm happy with it.
You always play well here. What is it about Llanelli?
I don't know. It's a strange thing. Obviously, I think this is about the 4th or the 5th year I've been across. Managed to win it twice. Obviously, there's a lot of happy memories to you. Maybe you're a touch more relaxed. I don't know, but Yeah, I've always done well here, and I've always enjoyed obviously coming. So obviously you always enjoy going back to happy sort of hunting grounds.
And the crowd take to you as well, don't
they?
they?
Yeah, that's it. I think the first year, obviously, you know, right from the word go, beat a Welshman in the first round, and I think, oh, right, you know. But from then on, they've been great, and obviously each year we come back, always get good support. So yeah, they're great.
Draw's looking interesting now. It's just World 2, 3 and 4 have gone, but the world number 1's still there, and you've got him next, David Gourlay.
2, 3 and 4 are gone. I play David. David and I played many times with sort of mixed results. Having said that, I think David's beaten me the last 2 or 3 times that we've played in ranking events. So obviously it doesn't get any tougher than that, but I should be pitching and doing my best tomorrow.
Yeah, and almost on a no-lose situation. Are you against the world number 1?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Obviously the pressure switches a little bit.